January 27th is International Holocaust Remembrance Day, and one teacher from Lafayette High School shared her experiences in Germany, Poland, and Norway as she toured the Holocaust memorials and walked where millions of people lost their lives. KQ2's Noel Harden has more.
There were still bodies burning in the ovens, and we could still smell it. In fact, after the war was over, when my mother would fix a chicken and try to burn off the little feathers that were left, I had to get out of the house because I couldn't smell that odor that gets into your nostrils and never leaves.
A time of terror, suffering, and death. The Holocaust is one of the most horrific events of mankind. To share her experiences and journey to Europe, Brooke Rich from Lafayette High invited people to listen to her story on International Holocaust Remembrance Day.
And there was a couple times I physically had to step back because it becomes too much when you actually do this kind of stuff. This woman right here is one of the greatest women on this planet. Her actual grandpa, not great-grandpa, her actual grandpa was killed in Auschwitz. He was Greek. He was taken when he was only 40 years old, and he faked a limp. Because he thought, if I fake a limp, they'll treat me with kindness. And he was gassed 20 minutes later in the gas chambers.
Rich shared her experiences on the tour, where she and others learned more on the horrors that happened in concentration camps and walked in the same paths millions of others did before her.
This is called the Book of Names. These are the names of every single person that they know of that was killed at Auschwitz-Birkenau. One of the girls who was with us, she found her last name 35 pages. 35 pages of her last name. And she broke down, she had to take a minute to process that.
Some members of St. Joseph's Jewish community attended and shared their thoughts on the tragedies that happened to their ancestors.
Frankly, I worry because we have leaders that are trying to push the same agenda and are trying to tell us that people are evil and the root of all the causes of their unhappiness. And as long as somebody has someone to blame, nobody has to take responsibility.
Voshel also states that while she doesn't share some of the same beliefs as others, everyone has their own differences and that we should put them aside and accept everyone for who they are. For KQ2 News in St. Joseph, I'm Noel Harden.
Holocaust Remembrance Day is important to remember so that the tragic events of the Holocaust are remembered and survivors can share their stories.